Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, friends in class 4B morning. It is an honor to be able to speak on this occasion today. We meet again in Bro Raffi argumentative speaking class. I will give a speech on the topic of the new era after pandemic COVID-19. Crisis, recession, and pandemic are like fire. If we can, we avoid it. But if it keeps happening, there are many things we can learn. Fire does burn, but also illuminates at the same time. When it controls, he inspires and motivates. It hurts, but it also strengthens. We want this pandemic to illuminate us to introspect, improve ourselves, and strengthen ourselves in facing future challenges. The pandemic is like a Chandra di Muka crater that tests, teaches, and sharpens at the same time. The pandemic places a heavy burden on us, a burden full of risks, and forces us to face and manage it. All pillars of our life are tested. All pillars of our strength are honed. Our fortitude, patience, endurance, togetherness, intelligence, and speed are all tested and honed at the same time. Test and sharpening are two sides of an inseparable coin. In the midst of today's disruptive world, the character who dares to change, and dares to create new things is the foundation for building an advanced Indonesia. Ladies and gentlemen, during the year and half of the pandemic, there has been a significant strengthening of our health behavior and infrastructure, as well as the strengthening of because the virus is always changing and mutating, the handling must also change according to the challenge faced. This unavoidable tightening of mobility has forced the government to provide more social assistance compared to last year's situation. The Family Help Programs, basic food cards, electricity discounts, salary subsidies, micro-business productive assistance, cash social assistance, village fund BLT, and pre-employment card program also continue to be improved. Internet quota subsidies for PPKM areas are also given as much as possible to our education staff, students, teachers, and lecturers. More importantly, and as a sustainable economic solution, the government ensures that people can get decent jobs and boost the national economy. The pandemic has indeed hampered the pace of economic growth a lot, but the pandemic must not hinder the process of structural reform of our economy. Investment development must be an integrated part of inclusive and equitable economic growth. Increasing the MKM class of the entrepreneurs in the main agenda. Various facilities are prepared to grow UMKM, including strategic partnership with large companies so that they can quickly enter the global supply chains. This is expected to increase the competitiveness of UMKM products, as well as increase equity and economic independence of the community. This investment and collaboration ecosystem in the business world is also intended to strengthen economic development based on innovation and technology, especially towards a sustainable green economy and blue economy. We continue to strive for the development of the food sector to build for self-sufficiency. The support of all parties, especially state institutions, occupies a central position. Smart work and synergy between state institutions is one of the main keys to being able to quickly respond to changes that occur in the future. Balance and mutual control between State institution is very important in our constitutional system. However, cooperation, synergy, and willingness to share burdens and responsibilities are even more important in dealing with the pandemic. Ladies and gentlemen, the pandemic has reminded us to care for one another. The disease suffered by one person will be disease for all. Person settlement will never be a solution. A joint solution is the only way. With a culture that always cares for each other and shares, this difficult problem can be more easily resolved. I am aware to fatigue, boredom, fatigue, sadness, and distress during this COVID-19 pandemic. I also realize that there are so many criticisms of the government, especially on things that we have not been able to resolve. Constructive criticism is very important, and we are always responsible of for fulfilling our responsibilities as the people expect. Thank you to all the nation's children who have become part of activist citizens and continue to participate in building a culture of democracy. May Allah, the Almighty God, always bless and facilitate the efforts of the Indonesian people in achieving the advanced Indonesia that we aspire to. And Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.